There comes a moment in Why You No Love Me where you get it.
Yeah.
And it's not broken.
In the polished world of contemporary pop rock lurked a guitar virtuoso with opinions as sharp as his solos. John Mayer, the Grammy-winning singer-songwriter known for hits like Your Body is a Wonderland, wasn't just a masterful musician who blended blues, pop, and rock into chart-topping gold. He was also a man who never held back his thoughts about his musical contemporaries.
There's nobody to tell you what to do anymore. Artists overthrew the record company heads, and the record company heads cannot tell an artist.
Welcome to another episode of Music Feuds Revealed, where today we're diving deep into John Mayer's controversial side and the 6 bands that reportedly earned his musical contempt. The Connecticut-born guitar prodigy behind classics like Gravity and Slow Dancing in a Burning Room was known for his brutally honest opinions that apparently rubbed quite a few major acts the wrong way. There's music that challenges you, and there's music that insults your intelligence, Mayer allegedly told Guitar Player magazine in 2006. Unfortunately, most of what's popular falls into the second category. And for Mayer, several huge bands apparently represented everything wrong with modern music. From alleged interview controversies to social media shade-throwing, Mayer's relationships with these artists reveal not just personal tensions, but deeper conflicts about musical authenticity, artistic integrity, and what real musicianship means in the streaming era. Some of these feuds were public spectacles, others simmered behind closed industry doors, but all of them shaped the conversation about guitar-driven music. So tune up your Stratocasters, and let's count down the 6 bands that reportedly made John Mayer's perfectionist blood boil. The names might surprise you, and the stories behind them will definitely make you rethink everything you knew about this guitar hero. 6. Nickelback. Coming in at number 6 on our countdown is a name that might not surprise you, Nickelback.
On my knees, I'll ask the last chance for one.
Yes, the Canadian post-grunge powerhouse with the massive radio hits reportedly earned John Mayer's scorn, despite, or perhaps because of, their incredible commercial success throughout the 2000s. The rivalry reportedly began after Nickelback's How You Remind Me dominated airwaves in 2001.
And they'll go, I can't believe you did that Mixolydian thing over that chord. I go, that's a mistake. You know what I mean?
Just as Mayer was breaking through with his debut album. According to Rolling Stone journalist David Fricke, Mayer allegedly told fellow musicians at a Nashville recording session, "They've turned rock music into McDonald's. Same formula, different rapper, mass-produced for people who don't know better." The cutting assessment reportedly spread through industry circles faster than one of Mayer's blues licks. What bothered Mayer wasn't just Nickelback's music, but what it represented for guitar-driven rock. While Mayer was crafting intricate songs with complex chord progressions, Nickelback was achieving massive success with what Mayer reportedly called caveman rock. Simple, formulaic songs that, in his view, dumbed down everything great about guitar music. There's bands that push the instrument forward, and there's bands that drag it backwards, Mayer allegedly told a Canadian journalist in 2004, without naming names, but insiders knew exactly who he meant. The situation reportedly escalated at a music industry party in 2005, where witnesses claim Mayer visibly cringed when someone suggested he collaborate with Chad Kroeger, allegedly responding, "I'd rather quit music than contribute to that noise pollution." Imagine Dragons landing at number 5 is a rivalry that shocked the indie rock world. Imagine Dragons. The Las Vegas arena rock quartet with their anthemic electronic-infused sound reportedly became one of John Mayer's most vocal targets during the 2010s streaming revolution. The feud allegedly ignited after Imagine Dragons' explosive success with Radioactive in 2012, which Mayer reportedly saw as the death of authentic rock music.
They're hard when you're doing them, and then when you're done, you're just so rewarded from having done.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
According to alternative press editor Jason Pettigrew, Mayer allegedly told industry executives at a Grammy after-party, they've taken everything organic about rock and replaced it with computer programming. It's like watching robots pretend to have emotions. The harsh critique allegedly reached the band within days. What infuriated Mayer wasn't just their electronic elements, but their approach to songwriting. While Mayer had built his career on guitar mastery and lyrical sophistication, Imagine Dragons was dominating charts with what Mayer reportedly called stadium-sized nursery rhymes. Simple, repetitive anthems that, in his traditionalist view, sacrificed musical complexity for mass appeal. Real bands don't need a laptop to write a song, Mayer allegedly told a music blogger in 2013, clearly referencing the electronic production that defined Imagine Dragons' sound. The tension reportedly came to a head during a late-night talk show appearance in 2014, where witnesses claim Mayer declined to participate in a segment after learning Imagine Dragons would be featured, allegedly telling producers, "I don't validate karaoke bands." Dan Reynolds and the band never publicly responded to Mayer's alleged criticisms, maintaining their focus on their massive fan base. But the damage was done. Mayer had apparently written off an entire generation of rock as nothing more than manufactured entertainment. 4. Maroon 5. Crashing in at number 4 is perhaps the most personal betrayal on our list. Maroon 5.
Memories bring back you.
Adam Levine's pop-rock juggernaut reportedly went from musical colleagues to bitter enemies in John Mayer's eyes, thanks to their dramatic transformation from rock band to pop sensation.
Not because they don't like me, but because I'm not playing what they want to hear.
Right.
And it's the blessing and the curse of having 8-9 albums.
The animosity allegedly began in the mid-2000s when both artists were part of the guitar-driven rock scene. According to music journalist Stephen Hayden, Mayer reportedly told friends at a Los Angeles studio, "Adam had talent once, before he sold his soul to the highest bidder. Now he's just a walking advertisement for whatever sound is trending." The scathing comment allegedly revealed Mayer's disappointment in what he saw as Levine's artistic betrayal. What pushed Mayer over the edge wasn't just Maroon 5's pop evolution, but Adam Levine's public persona. While Mayer maintained his identity as a serious musician despite commercial success, Levine embraced mainstream celebrity with what Mayer reportedly called shameless attention-seeking, reality TV appearances, and pop collaborations that, in Mayer's view, cheapened the art of music making. Some people choose music, others choose fame, Mayer allegedly told a radio interviewer in 2011, without naming names, but clearly referencing Levine's trajectory. You can usually tell which one by looking at their Instagram. The situation reportedly exploded at a charity event in 2014, where industry insiders claim Mayer refused to perform after Levine, allegedly telling organizers, "I don't follow karaoke acts." Levine seemed oblivious to Mayer's contempt, later praising Mayer's guitar skills in magazine interviews. The former rock frontman had apparently committed the ultimate sin in Mayer's eyes, choosing popularity over artistic integrity. 3. Fall Out Boy. Slashing into number 3 is a feud that divided the rock world, Fall Out Boy. The Chicago pop-punk veterans with their literary lyrics and emo anthems reportedly earned John Mayer's lasting resentment through what he allegedly saw as pretentious pseudo-intellectualism disguised as rock music.
That everything you learn the thing that is the building block for the thing you just learned. And that might be scales.
The bad blood allegedly started in the mid-2000s when Fall Out Boy was dominating the alternative scene alongside Mayer's rising career. According to Spin magazine editor Charles Aaron, Mayer reportedly told session musicians, "They think using big words makes shallow music deep." Pete Wentz writes like he's trying to impress his high school English teacher, not connect with human beings. The intellectual dismissal allegedly spread through the alternative music community. What made this feud particularly cutting was their overlapping audience demographic. Both acts appealed to young adults seeking emotional authenticity, but Mayer repeatedly criticized Fall Out Boy's approach. The tension exploded when Patrick Stump publicly praised complex songwriting, which Mayer allegedly saw as a direct challenge to his own reputation as a sophisticated songwriter. "There's poetry in music, and there's just showing off your vocabulary," Mayer reportedly told a music journalist in 2007, clearly referencing Fall Out Boy's verbose song titles and lyrics. Real emotion doesn't need a thesaurus. The animosity reached its peak during a festival backstage encounter in 2008, where witnesses claim Mayer confronted Pete Wentz directly, allegedly saying, "Your band is what happens when emo kids discover a dictionary." Wentz reportedly responded with equally harsh words about Mayer's pretentious guitar wankery. Even after Fall Out Boy's hiatus and reunion, Mayer allegedly couldn't let go of his contempt, privately dismissing their comeback as the same pretentious nonsense with better production. The literary rockers had apparently committed an unforgivable sin in Mayer's eyes, intellectualizing emotion instead of feeling it. 2. Coldplay burning into number 2 is the most surprising revelation on our list. Coldplay, the British alternative rock quartet with their atmospheric soundscapes and Chris Martin's falsetto, reportedly became the target of John Mayer's most venomous professional jealousy, despite their mutual respect for musical craftsmanship. The tension reportedly began in the early 2000s when both artists were establishing themselves as sensitive singer-songwriters with guitar skills. According to NME journalist Mark Beaumont, Mayer allegedly told industry contacts, "Chris Martin figured out how to make depression sound pretty and built an empire on it. It's emotional manipulation disguised as art." The bitter assessment allegedly revealed Mayer's frustration with Coldplay's massive global success. What truly ate at Mayer was Coldplay's effortless transition from indie darlings to stadium superstars. While Mayer struggled to balance artistic credibility with commercial appeal, Coldplay achieved both with what Mayer reportedly called manufactured vulnerability, carefully crafted emotional moments that, in his view, felt calculated rather than genuine. There's bands that share their pain, and there's bands that package their pain for maximum profit, Mayer allegedly told a British music magazine in 2005, clearly referencing Coldplay's anthemic approach to melancholy. Number 1. Dave Matthews Band. Taking the top spot in our countdown is the ultimate jam band betrayal, Dave Matthews Band. The Virginia-based improvisational rock collective with their complex arrangements and devoted fan base allegedly became John Mayer's most hated musical act through a combination of perceived pretentiousness, jam band politics, and what Mayer reportedly saw as undeserved critical acclaim.
I gotta play with these guys. That's how nervy I am. Most people go, this is nice, I want to listen to this more. I go, get me in that band.
The Feuds' roots allegedly trace back to the early 2000s guitar scene, where both acts were praised for their instrumental virtuosity and live performance skills. According to Guitar World journalist Brad Talinsky, Mayer reportedly told fellow musicians, "Dave Matthews thinks noodling for 20 minutes equals songwriting. The man has confused self-indulgence with artistic expression." The devastating critique allegedly spread through the jam band community like wildfire. What transformed professional rivalry into personal hatred was the critical establishment's treatment of both artists. While Mayer often faced dismissal as a pop artist, Dave Matthews Band received respect from music critics despite what Mayer allegedly saw as inferior songwriting. Sources claim Mayer felt the music press was guilty of reverse snobbery, favoring Matthews's college rock credibility over his own technical superiority. The animosity reached nuclear levels when both artists were competing for the same guitar-savvy audience. Industry veterans claim Mayer became obsessed with proving his superiority over Matthews, allegedly saying at a private industry showcase, "The difference between Dave and me is that I can actually write a song that doesn't require a violin to be interesting." And there you have it, the 6 bands that reportedly made John Mayer's perfectionist blood boil. Which feud shocked you most? Drop your thoughts below, smash that like button, and subscribe for more music industry drama that'll change how you hear your favorite songs.